This is AI.R. Artists in Residence Broadcasting, coming to you once a week from New York City. Hello, I'm John Cullum, and this is my wife, Emily Frankel.
And I like to snuggle in because when I snuggle in, I feel safe and warm.
Warm, yeah. It's a little chilly, isn't it?
It's cold.
Well, what are we going to talk about today, Em?
Well, the cold feeling. I keep remembering how we felt when we were confined by Sandy, and I guess
Sandy.
It's still on my mind because the world hasn't recovered from Sandy.
No, I don't remember. It was funny how, we'd been through those things before,
We've been through blackouts, but not total.
This one gradually, I think we were influenced by the things that we were hearing on the little radio that we had.
Oh, we had a great radio. That was our best. That was
wonderful. Our only communication, really. But we did have our telephones. We have hard lines, so we were able.
Oh, we had landlines. Yes.
Yeah, and a lot of people couldn't talk at all because they only had the
cell phones.
And as the time went on, listening to what was happening around us, we weren't really affected. But we didn't go out hardly. It wasn't anything to see on the streets. And
we went for a walk about 3 times.
That's right.
To empty streets.
Uh-huh.
No humans.
No.
Hardly
nothing.
Any automobiles. No cars. Nothing.
Right. Mm-hmm.
It was strange.
And it gradually seemed to get worse for us, at least for me.
Because we had nothing to do.
Right. We were confined here and no computers to work on, which usually occupies
no heat, and a refrigerator full of Chinese food we bought the day before, which each day got a little bit less
appetizing,
delightful.
Right.
We weren't hungry, but we
didn't go hungry, that's for sure.
And we used our candles. Candles were the life thing, and of course we have skylights. We have a skylight in the green room. We went and sat in our green room.
That's right.
And we would get up in the morning early, shivering.
Well, as soon as we made a point of getting up, we kept the crack in the shade so that we could see the light when it came in, and we'd get up with the light.
This is strange existence. And we played Crazy Eights.
Right. We did anything we could. And Emily finally... We reconstructed Crazy Eights. I don't know when we first learned to play that.
Well, we had an old book in our shelf over there.
That's right. That was incredible because I said Crazy Eights and I thought, I can't remember how to play this. And Emily went over and found a book that had the
rules of Crazy Eights. I guess the main thing that still stays with me is the sense of how my life stopped. That there was nothing I could do to create or to work on or to concentrate on except what are we going to try to eat today, and should we change the candle because that candle is getting burnt out. We had yard site candles. They were great. The candles in the glass holders were not great.
They didn't work so well. They didn't give us much light.
And John read, you were reading something very heavy, Dostoevsky, Crime and Punishment?
Yes, Crime and Punishment.
This was punishment.
Yeah. That's right. But the reports of what was happening around us kept getting more and more dire.
And they still are dire.
Of course they are. But I began to get slightly depressed because of the news.
I was quietly depressed.
And the thing I think that probably stays with us, you and I, because we've discussed it a little bit, and I know that you pointed it out, is the fact that they don't think it's the end of this. This is the beginning of things that we can look at.
Who is they? They is countries throughout the world. Everyone can't help but think that we are beginning to enter a time period where we're going to have disasters that happen because of what's happening in the environment.
Yeah. It's a funny thing, but you see, I could envision when at 7:45 on Monday night, there was this explosion that happened down on the end of 14th, way on on 4th. And of course, I didn't have any problem envisioning that. I could see that. I mean, I knew where that place was, and it was our street that we've lived on for all these years.
And we're still here.
That's right.
Let's just hope there's no more.
It wouldn't take much. I mean, my God, when the subways started filling up with water, you know, it would have just, in the future, I'm wondering whether it's going to start coming down the avenues and streets that we live on.
Well, let's not think about that. John.
What, Lynn?
I'm glad you're in my life. You protected me when we were doing nothing.
Well, I didn't.
It was
much.
Boring.
Well, I know.
You're not boring, but thanks for being there with me.
Well, I'm glad we were together. That's the main thing.
Well, here we go. We're signing off.
Yes, we'll talk to you next week. This is AI.R. See you next week.